All right, good evening, everyone. We'll go right into today's business. So we'll continue from where we stopped last week. And the last thing we did last week, we were able to build our domain and join Nstar Class 1 and 2 to the domain. I think that's where we ended up last week. So there's a few more configuration things I need us to do. Yeah, I've not done this. All right, so let's come to Nstar Class 1, and so we'll log on to Nstar Class 1. We're going to install SQL Server. But before we do it, to install SQL Server, we need to have enabled the .NET framework. Because what we're trying to do is we want to set up this Nstar Class 1 and 2. We've already set up the network. We want to make sure now that SQL Server is running on the network. So we want to make sure that if SQL Server can run fine on the network, everything we'll do going forward will now be hosted on the Nstar Class 1 and Nstar Class 2 VMs. All right, so go to your Nstar Class 1. All right, then on Nstar Class 1, just come down here to this file explorer, this folder explorer. Open it up. And come down here to computer. All right, all right, so I think we didn't set up our shared drive. We need to copy the Windows installation file that's on the flash drive. We need to copy it on the C drive and on Nstar Class 1 and Nstar Class 2. All right, so connect a flash drive. All right, are you connected to your VMs, all three? So once it comes up, we want to go ahead and share our flash drive so that we can access it from both Nstar Class 1 and 2, so that we can copy our Windows installation file out of it. So just let me know once you're in. Once you log into Nstar Class 1 and Nstar Class 2. You in?
All black. You could do the update thing, but
Everybody were in already, right?
I mean the black screen just happens sometimes. The blank screen. But it's coming up. Okay.
Have you restarted that computer since?
I did just now.
Yeah, stay close to SE because I want us to move fast a little bit through these preliminary ones. Since this was a more point and click. I want to get to some of the resume preparation gist that we started today. All right, are we in? All right, so let's go ahead and make our flash drive a shared drive. So on your Nstar class 1, make sure you're on Nstar class 1. Go to VM and then go to settings. Go to options. And options, you see we'll have shared folder. So it's disabled right now. I want to enable it. So select always enabled and then do map as network drive. And then hit add. Hit add. All right, so hit next. And then this host part, browse to your flash drive. So hit browse and go to your flash drive. That USB, just select your flash drive and then hit OK. And then hit next and finish. And then OK. All right, so you should have this shared folder now you see on your computer. So you should see this shared folder. You see it on my computer. All right, so now if we go into this shared folders, we'll see this drive here is our flash drive. You can see everything inside the flash drive in here. I feel like I have the wrong flash drive. Give me one of those your spare flash drives. Okay, no, I think this is it. Yep, just had extra things. All right, so inside the flash drive, I need to copy out this Windows Server. Let's copy this folder. I think you have, this is how your flash drive is, right?
So is the ISO file you're trying to copy?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's this one, the SWD. So copy.
Copy, just paste. If you don't have it, if it's not in the folder, just create a folder for it on C drive. On C drive, just create a new folder and paste the, create a new folder, call it Windows ISO. And paste your file in there. So just go ahead and paste yours inside out. I mean, I'm going to paste mine directly to C drive because it's inside the folder.
So I'm creating a folder in that drive. So you should have put that file in new folder. Windows ISO. This is the folder.
All right, so while this is copying, let's go ahead and do the same thing for Nstar class 2. So on Nstar, so go to Nstar class 2, same, everything we just did, we're doing it again. Go to VM, go to options, settings, sorry. VM settings, and then options. Then shared folders. Please mute yourself if you're online. All right, then do always enabled, then map as network drive, then add. So same exact same thing. So hit next and then browse to your flash drive. Again, we're trying to access the flash drives from our virtual machines. And we want to be able to do it. So right now we can connect to the flash drive from multiple servers because we're making it a shared drive. So next, and okay. Okay, so once you do it, if you come and open up with your file explorer, go to computer, you see your shared folders right there. If I go in there, same thing, copy out that, copy out your Windows ISO. So same thing you did before, just copy this and put it in the folder on C drive. So I'll copy mine is in the folder. You just copy the ISO file, come to your C drive, and paste. So put yours in the folder. So this is copying. I'll go back to Nstar class 1. All right, so Nstar class 1 is done.
Yeah, continue. Yeah. because you're an administrator.
All right, so let's go back to Nstar class 1. It should be done copying by now. Is yours done?
Yeah.
Okay. So go to your ISO file, go into the folder. On this ISO file right here, right click on it and then mount. So you should open a group of files like this. Go to sources, double click on sources, then you see SXS, double click on SSX. And I'll come here to this empty, this address bar, click here, and then copy this part. I'm going to need that in a moment. All right. So now come down to your server manager, come here and hit add roles and features. So now we want to enable the .NET framework. If you remember the first assignment you guys did, one of the things I asked for was what are the prerequisites to install SQL Server? And one of the prerequisites to install SQL Server is to have the .NET framework enabled. We didn't do that when we were installing it on our normal laptop because the .NET framework comes pre-enabled by default. But now that we are doing it on a server operating system, this is actually the process that we'll have to do. So come here, hit add roles and features. And it should be next somewhere there. So down here should be next. Really. Hit next. And next again. Again, it's a feature, not a role, so hit next one more time. So you get a feature. So you see the first feature there is .NET Framework. So that's what we want to enable. So check that box and hit next. And then specify alternate path. You see where we have that? Click on that. Now paste what you just copied, that link you copied, paste it here. And then OK. And install. All right, so while this is installed, let's go and do it on Nstar class 2 as well. So go to Nstar class 2, same thing. So it's done copying now. So go into your folder that you just copied over. Go to your ISO file, right click on it, and mount. All right, once you mount it, go to sources.
So what's the mount?
All right, sources, then SXS. So come here, highlight this, and copy this. Just the same thing we just did right now. So come down to your server manager, go to add roles and features. Hit next, then next, and next. And next again. So check .NET Framework, hit next, specify an alternate path, and paste, and then OK, and then install. All right, so while this is going on, let's go back to Nstar class 1. All right, so Nstar class 1, it's done. You can see here it's completed.
Here's the voice flow.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why it doesn't show the flow.
All right, the one is Nstar class 1 done. Is any of the .NET frameworks done for you guys?
Yeah,
Okay.
the first one.
All right, so go ahead and close.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's done.
All right, so now let's go ahead and install SQL Server. Now we're ready to install SQL Server. So open up your flash drive that you've connected. So go to your computer, go into your shared folders, this shared drive. No, not the plan. Go into your shared drives. And then, so go to your SQL Server installation file or folder. So we're already familiar with installing SQL Server. So go see, we're repeating just normal installation now from here. So your setup, right click on setup, run as administrator, same thing that we're familiar with doing. All right, so once it brings up the installation center, on the left, click installation. And again, we're just doing the same standard installation for now. So new SQL Server installation. And because we're doing this over the network, it's asking us to verify everything. So go ahead and hit run. All right, hit next. And accept. And next. All right, hit next. And next again. So mostly next until we start selecting features. All right, so we're doing a feature-based installation just like we did before. So hit next. All right, so database engine. So under the instance features, we're doing the normal instance features. We choose replication. We'll learn about replication very soon in the next couple of classes. And then under the shared features, the standard things, so the client tools, all the client options, integration services, client tools backward compatibility, client tools SDK, management tools for management studio and SQL client connectivity. All right, once you have all those features, go ahead and hit next. We're doing the default instance again. Since we're already, the server is already named accordingly, it's already named Nstar class, so we don't need to change the name. So hit next. All right, so this is important. So here we need to change the service account. When we are doing installation on our laptops, we didn't change the service account. We used the default account because then we didn't have proper domain setups or proper network settings then. But now, since we created an account to use, that's what we'll use here instead. Remember the Nstar SVC account we created in the Active Directory. That's what we'll use for our service account. So change your startup type for the agent from manual to automatic. Very important. And then under account name, if you come to account name, click on that drop down and then browse and type Nstar SVC. And then check names. And then okay. So just go ahead and copy this and paste it across the board. And then just go ahead and put the password on all three. Right.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and hit next. Please wait. What are you waiting for? There we go. All right. Again, one do mixed mode authentication. I don't need to explain all of this. We already know why we do this. So specify your password. This is all revision right now. Add yourself. And you can go ahead and add the other accounts, your Nstar. We have Nstar_user. Check names. Can add even the service account, Nstar SVC. Check names. So this is how you add other people that you want to make administrators. You just keep adding the accounts here. All right, now we go to data directories. All right, for data directories, just from program files, highlight from program files all the way to MS SQL. So highlights and delete. So you can just copy this first one and keep reusing it. So this is data. Log. Since I already copied out paste, this will be db data. mdb log. Why is the keyboard not cooperating today? Oh, mdbd. Backup. mdb. So just copy and paste and then just change only the last portion to make your life easy. All right, once you're done, go ahead and hit next and install. We'll have to do this, we'll have to do the second installation as well. All right, so it's everything we've chosen, so hit install. And installation is on the way. All right, let's go to Nstar class 2. And so this is done. We can go ahead and close this. Let's kick off the installation as well. So go to computer, go to your shared drives, go into your flash drive. All right, on your setup, right click, run as administrator. So basically we're repeating the same installation, nothing new here. Everything we just did, we're doing it again. It's a bunch of repetition today. All right, installation, new standalone installation. Run. Hit next. Accept. Next. And next. Hit next. Under the features like database engine, SQL Server replication, client tools connectivity, integration services, client tools backwards, client tools SDK. Is your solution up to here? It's slow.
Select SQL Server feature thing. Okay, yeah, cheers.
You have all the features.
Yeah.
And SQL client connectivity. Hit next.
Select the database engine data.
We're doing our default instance and hit next. All right, so same thing we did last time. We'll go under the account names. So drop down, browse. We're going to use the service account. So Nstar SVC. Check names. And hit OK. So go ahead and copy this and paste it across. Go ahead and put your password in. And change the startup type to automatic. And hit next. Again, change this to mixed mode. You want to be able to do both Windows and SQL Server. Specify your SA password. Add yourself. And then also go ahead and add Nstar user. I think you can separate this with a semicolon. Then Nstar SVC. And check names. And OK. So I just added two of them at the same time. That's the same thing that we did last time.
You can see the screen is as of blurry line, so I don't want to start.
All right, so go to data directories. Just from program files, we're gonna highlight all of this and delete. So I'll copy this. So the second one is our log, log. Third one is temp.db data. So call this temp.db. And this is temp.db log. And paste this backup. All right, so I'll go ahead and hit next once we're done. And install. Let's go back to Nstar class 1. Let's see how that's faring. Okay, installation is still going on. All right, so while this is going on, let's do one more configuration thing. We need to set up some shared drives that we'll use to build our clusters later in the future. So minimize this installation. We can continue in the background. So just bring this, minimize this. We'll come back to this later. Come back to your server manager here, or go to your DC, go to your Nstar DC.
Just double click the flat space. Just like the system.
All right, so on this, let's first of all come here, open up your Windows folder, your File Explorer, open that up. Go to C drive, go to computer, and open up your C drive. Create a new folder on C, right click, new folder, and call this folder virtual drives. Virtual_drives. Virtual_drives, yeah, virtual drives. All right. Call it what?
Views.
Views. Is that what I typed?
No, virtual drives. Not saying you can call them views.
Oh, yeah. I was like, did I type something else? That's how you know you're about to be you're high. You're doing something else and nothing else is happening. All right, so on this page, go to File and Shared Storage Services on the left. File and Storage Services. And then go to iSCSI. And then click on this to install, blah, blah, blah. Just click on this link. All right, so just hit next. Just click next to the end and install. You're gonna buy 8 gig RAM.
You want to run it in? This one. I mean, you know how the system acts. So when it's small, it's not a surprise. So you just wait.
All right, so it's done. Go ahead and hit close. All right, so come here on that. Come back to this window. Go to tasks. Under task, do new iSCSI virtual disk. All right, so on this page, come down here and hit browse. Browse. You're not typing anything. That means you know what has fast reservoirs. Okay, you watch the record. Agam will keep you up to speed. All right, so select virtual drive. Just right, there's no action on that side. Select folder and next. So we'll call this data. And hit next. So we'll give this 1 gig of space. We'll allocate 1 gig to this. Hit next. And we'll do a new iSCSI target. So we'll hit next. And we'll call this SQL target. SQL target. Hit next. All right, so now we add, so basically we want to add the target server. So which are the servers that will have access to this new shared drive that we're creating. So hit add. So we're going to specify the IP address for Nstar class 1 and Nstar class 2. So change this from IQN to IP address. And then type in the address for the IP address for Nstar class 1. So you already have that in your document somewhere. But if not, you can always come back and it's another cool way to find the IP address. If you go to your command prompt and do ipconfig, run it, tell you 44.17. So in that one, I don't need to open up the network configuration and everything. So come down here, 192.168.44.17. I hit OK. Yeah, this is essentials, all right. Same.
Yeah.
I hit add. So the same thing. So basically, I'm trying to make sure that Nstar class 1 and Nstar class 2 can access This shared drives. Installation is still going. Same deal. CMD. And I'm just doing this again just so that it's recorded. So that when you watch the recording, you can see that how you can do this on your own. IP config. And this just gives you the IP information. So this is 18. One 192.168.44.18. Hit OK. Hit next. And next. And create. All right, so this is done. Now hit close. All right, so I've added it. So I need to go ahead and add a log drive, temp DB drive, backup, all the normal drives you normally add. So hit new Sql drive, browse, virtual drives, select folder, next. So this one is log, and next, 1 gig, next, create. And close. Go to task again, the virtual disk.
I just want to catch up to it.
Browse. Sql has initiated now.
Yeah. The system is not initiating.
Select folder. This catch up looks like going to be running for a long time. It's catchy what to do. Which one I just do the log temp.db. Next. One. Next. Create. And close. I'll do a couple more tasks. New Sql virtual disk. Browse. Virtual drive. Select folder. Next. Next one is backup. Next. 1 gig. Next. Create. And close. And the last one, browse. Select folder. I think it's like 36 or something.
Yeah, that's 738.
Next. There's a quorum. So we'll change this to megabytes and we'll do 512. Hit next. Create. All right, you have, I guess you're catching up now.
Systems like I'll make you fall behind. 5.2 gigabytes.
Yeah, for Chrome. Megabyte, not gig. I want to close the mouse computer down. You say the RAM is not enough. You want to collect the whole hard drive.
Yeah.
All right, we all caught up. All right, so now let's go and make sure that we can connect these servers for Nstar Class 1 can see these drives. So go to Nstar Class 1. On your server manager, go to Tools and iSCSI Initiator. Says blah blah blah. Say yes. Your installation is done.
Things the way the system is set up. My system is i5 basically. I can do this over mobile first.
Let me show this one paper. I want to deal with even if it's is there an i7 or i5?
i7,
Yeah, so you should still move. After you check the task manager, see if there's any of all of these default programs that are clogging it up. My body things run at the background are eating up the processing power. So you might just stop a few. Do you have any antivirus? I know those left things running. Alright, so target to be your Nstar Class 1 IP address. So that will be your put your Nstar DC IP address and hit quick connect and done. All right, so if it shows connected here, you can hit OK. So that first part is done. Now the next thing we do is we want to make those drives available. Now that we've connected, we can connect to the target. The target can connect to the host. So point your mouse to the bottom left like that, right click. Yeah, I had this challenge. I'm gonna have to go to the other window. All right, found the long way of doing this. I got. So since this will not show normally, so the shortcut of doing what I want to do is if you point your mouse towards the edge of your screen, you should see like your Windows icon appear. If you right click, you can go to disk management. But because of my view, I can't do that. So I'll go to my desktop, go to administrative tools, and go to device manager. Where are you? Computer management, sorry. And then I'll select disk management. So this is the long route to get to. So in disk management, you see all the disks that we just created. They're there to the left. So I'll go to each one. So I'll start from disk 1. So disk 1, so under the red arrow pointing down, I'll right click on it. I'll bring this drive online. I'll right click on the disk again and initialize disk. And it's asking me for the options. I hit OK. And to the right, on the unallocated area to the right, I'll right click and I'll do new simple volume. So hit next, next. This on F, next. We change the volume label to SQL data.
Sorry, oh, that's why.
SQL data. All right, I'll hit next. I am so sorry. 4 and finish. But the SQL Server installation finished, 2 of them, right? You check. The normal installation that we're doing.
Yeah, I know one. The first one finished, but I signed it.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, it should finish. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Hopefully finish, because if not, all right. Same thing. I'll come here to this 2, right click, bring this 2 online. Right click again and initialize disk. Now hit OK. And then on the unallocated area, right click, new simple volume. Next, next, next. And I'll call this SQL log. Replace the new volume with SQL log. Next. We finish. And then disk 3, I'll bring online. Right click, initialize disk, hit OK. On the unallocated area, right click, new simple volume, I'll hit next, next, and next. This is temp DB. Imagine now is appearing. See? Imagine. All right, on the next disk 4, right click, bring online. Right click, initialize disk. Okay. Right click on the unallocated area, new simple volume. SQL backup. Next, finish. Then the last one, right click, online. Right click, initialize disk, hit OK. Right click on the unallocated area, use simple volume, hit next, next, next. and quorum. Okay, next. Finish. All right, so now we have all 5 drives available. So now if I go to my computer, come here to computer. So now I have all the 5 drives all showing here. All right, so I'll go do the same thing on Nstar class 2. So on Nstar class 2, close this. Installation is done successfully, so I can close. Right, so I'll come to my server manager again, go to tools, iSql initiator, just like we did before. Yes. 192.168.44. class, Nstar DC is 16. Make sure you're pointing this to your DC server IP. Quick connect, successful, done. So I'm connected. And I hit OK. All right, next I'll try to all right, same thing I did before. Go to my home page, go to administrative tools, go to computer management, and disk management. All right, so right click, now bring online, same thing. So this time I don't need to go through all the steps again. It's going to automatically bring the disk. So all I need to do is bring them online. So right click online, right click online, right click online, online. All right, so now I have all my drives available here. Things are moving over there now.
Yeah. I disabled services that are not Microsoft. So.
Yeah. As I'm sure there's all those things running in the background can be holding on to resources. So the computer, it's not like it doesn't have enough capacity, but it's doing unnecessary work it shouldn't be doing. So we have all the drives now, and we have our SQL Server installed, so we're ready to push forward. So if you noticed on the Slack, I uploaded some sample resumes, and I want to quickly talk about, like I said today, I want to start getting into from this week into some of the job search conversations. Let me stop the recording.